a deity who drinks poison to save the universe, yet his throat turns blue instead of killing him. A god who meditates in absolute stillness for eons, yet performs the most violent cosmic dance that destroys entire universes. A divine being who lives as an ascetic with nothing, while simultaneously being the lord of all material wealth. How can one being embody such impossible contradictions? Today, we're diving deep into the enigmas that surround Hinduism's most paradoxical deity, Lord Shiva, the Destroyer. Lord Shiva stands as one of the principal deities in Hindu tradition, forming the Trimurti alongside Brahma, the creator, and Vishnu, the preserver. But here's what makes Shiva utterly unique. While millions worship him daily, his true nature remains shrouded in mystery. He's called by 108 names, each revealing a different facet: Mahadeva, Nataraja, Bholanath, Rudra. Yet the more names we discover, the more elusive he becomes. Unlike other gods who reside in golden palaces, Shiva chooses cremation grounds. While others wear silk and jewels, he adorns himself with serpents and ashes. The question isn't just, who is Lord Shiva? It's, what is he trying to teach us through these bewildering contradictions? Here's where devotees and scholars alike find themselves stumbling into confusion. The identity crisis. Shiva defies every category we try to place him in. Is he a god of destruction or meditation? A family man with Parvati and his children, or a solitary ascetic renouncing all attachments? Ancient texts describe him differently. The Vedas call him the fearsome Rudra, howling through storms. The Puranas portray him as the benevolent Shambhu, showering grace upon his devotees. The symbol overload. Every element associated with Shiva seems intentionally cryptic. The crescent moon on his head, why not a full moon? The Ganges flowing from his matted locks. How does a river emerge from hair? The third eye positioned vertically on his forehead. What does it truly perceive? The tiger skin he sits upon, the Damaru drum that never stops resonating, the trishul that points in 3 directions simultaneously. Each symbol spawns a dozen interpretations. And here's the maddening part: they're all supposedly correct. The behavioral paradoxes. Then there's what Shiva actually does. He's called Ardhanarishvara, half man, half woman, challenging our fundamental understanding of gender and duality. He's Nataraja, dancing at the edge of creation and annihilation. He consumed the Halahala poison during the churning of the cosmic ocean, a poison so lethal it could end all existence. Yet he held it in his throat, neither swallowing nor spitting it out. Why? What kind of cosmic principle operates this way? The deeper you dig into Shiva's mysteries, the more questions multiply. It's like trying to hold water in your fists. The tighter you grasp, the more slips away. Let's unravel these mysteries one by one, starting with the most accessible and moving toward the profound. The third eye, the gateway to hidden dimensions. Forget the literal interpretation for a moment. Shiva's third eye doesn't just see farther, it sees differently. In ancient texts, when this eye opens, it releases destructive fire. But here's the twist. This isn't random violence. The third eye opens only when deception, illusion, or ego reaches critical mass. When Kamadeva, the god of desire, tried to break Shiva's meditation to serve the god's agenda, the third eye reduced him to ash, not out of anger, but to restore cosmic balance. The third eye represents awareness beyond conditioning, the ability to perceive reality stripped of all comfortable lies we tell ourselves. The Tandava, destruction as sacred rhythm. We call Shiva the destroyer, but watch carefully, he doesn't destroy out of malice. His cosmic dance, the Tandava, contains 108 movements, each representing a universal principle. His right foot crushing the demon Apasmara. That's ignorance being trampled, the circle of flames surrounding him. That's the never-ending cycle of time and transformation. Here's where it gets fascinating. In quantum physics, scientists discovered that subatomic particles appear to dance in and out of existence. Creation and destruction happening simultaneously at the smallest scales. Ancient yogis describe Shiva's dance 3,000 years before particle accelerators confirmed this rhythm of reality. Coincidence or deeper perception? The poison in the throat, holding toxicity without being consumed. The Halahala episode reveals something crucial. When the poison emerged from the cosmic ocean, threatening all existence, the other gods panicked. Shiva's response? He drank it voluntarily. But, and this is critical, he held it in his throat. He didn't internalize it, which would destroy him, or reject it, which would destroy everyone else. He maintained it in perfect suspension. His throat turned blue, hence the name Neelkanth, the blue-throated one, as a permanent reminder. This is Shiva teaching us how to deal with the inevitable poisons of existence: trauma, pain, injustice, suffering. You can't pretend they don't exist, but you don't have to let them destroy your core. Hold them consciously, transform them through awareness, wear them as marks of survival. The ascetic householder, embracing total opposites. How is Shiva both the ultimate renunciate and married to Parvati with 2 children? This isn't confusion, it's integration. He demonstrates that spirituality isn't about escaping life, but about being so rooted in your essential nature that external circumstances don't define you. Meditation in the cremation ground surrounded by death? That's one expression. Celebrating as Parvati's husband on Mount Kailash? That's another. Same consciousness, different manifestations. The Ardhanarishvara form, beyond binary thinking. Perhaps most revolutionary is Shiva's half-male, half-female form. The right side masculine, Shiva, the left feminine, Shakti. Not merely symbolic, texts describe this as the fundamental reality underlying existence itself. Modern physics talks about complementary forces, particle and wave, matter and energy, space and time. Ancient Shiva philosophy, Purusha and Prakriti, consciousness and creative energy eternally merged yet distinct. Shiva's merged form suggests that ultimate reality transcends the divisions we construct. Male and female aren't opposites, they're complementary aspects of a unified whole. Now we arrive at the ultimate mystery, the one that ties everything together. How can the same being be both creator and destroyer? Here's where Western logic breaks down completely. We think, create or destroy, build or demolish, good or evil. We demand our gods choose sides. Shiva refuses. When Shiva performs the Tandava, each step that destroys one universe simultaneously creates another. His Damaru drum beats the rhythm. Creation, preservation, destruction, creation, preservation, destruction, endlessly cycling. And suddenly it clicks. Shiva isn't teaching us about destruction at all. He's teaching us about transformation. Nothing is ever truly destroyed, only transformed into something else. The caterpillar dies to become the butterfly. The seed destroys itself to become the tree. Stars collapse into supernovas that scatter the elements forming planets and life. Death and birth aren't opposites. They're partners in an eternal dance. This is why Shiva meditates in cremation grounds. Not morbidity, recognition. Where we see endings, he sees transformations. Where we see loss, he sees redistribution of energy. The ashes at cremation grounds? They return to earth, nourishing new life. The profound revelation, Shiva's destruction, is always in service of creation. His stillness contains infinite potential for movement. His asceticism doesn't deny the material world. It reveals its transient nature so we can engage without attachment. So what have we unraveled about Lord Shiva, the destroyer? We've discovered that his contradictions aren't flaws, they're features, that his symbols don't obscure meaning, they point toward truths too vast for words alone, that his role as destroyer serves the same purpose as creator and preserver, maintaining the cosmic dance of transformation. Shiva doesn't destroy to end things, he destroys to free things, to liberate energy locked in old forms so it can flow into new expressions. He's not teaching us to fear endings, but to trust the rhythm of change. Every mystery we've explored, the third eye, the poison, the dance, the paradoxes, reveals the same essential wisdom. Reality is unity, wearing the costume of multiplicity. and we, like Shiva, contain all contradictions within us. Perhaps that's the ultimate mystery. Shiva isn't separate from us. He's the blueprint of consciousness itself. Now I want to hear from you. Which aspect of Lord Shiva resonates most deeply with your own journey? Is it the third eye's perception beyond illusion, the dance that transforms destruction into creation, the poison held consciously without being consumed, or perhaps another mystery we didn't explore today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe and join us as we continue unraveling the profound mysteries hidden in plain sight. Until next time, may you dance your own Tandava, transforming every ending into a new beginning.